It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one. I got me a 35-minute, 40-minute drive. I said, why not come on and talk to the people? Because I know I'm not coming on tonight. You know, Friday nights is game night, movie night, chill night, vibe night. And we take the night to just unwind. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I don't even know if I even got if I don't even know if I got work tomorrow. Work. I don't even know, but I'll find out in the morning. But in reality, man, we live, and I just had to come on and just basically just ask you guys for your opinion, right? We're concluding what you guys will call so-called Black History Month. We're coming to the conclusion of that. Um, I was thinking, since for the verdict, if I should give you guys a presentation on, on a historical alkebulan figure that meant something to us. Thinking about that, or should I just continue putting out the things that debunk this religious aspect? Now, I want to write a book, and I'm gonna title this book "The Tools Needed to Deconstruct from This Matrix." Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering or saying, we're not in no matrix. Or if we are in a matrix, we know what we need to do to get out of it. But in reality, you guys not only are in a matrix, but far, 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 far from removing yourself from it. Because a lot of you guys don't know the foundation of it. And that's why I feel compelled to write a book. I got a book. I gotta write a book to show you guys, and maybe when I put it together, I gotta put it together in a way that put it put it together in a way that even Stevie Wonder could see it. Because when it's pertaining to the causes of our downfall, we like to shy away from it, or act like what's being said does not exist for whatever reason it may be. But I think that's something that I need to do. I feel like I need to put these issues and place it before us, so we can have the necessary things needed for us to get to the next level. Because no matter what you say, no matter how you see it, we are at the bottom. We are digressing. If you look at history from slavery till now, you will see that nobody made a major progress and production in humanity than the black man, from slavery to about, we'll say, roughly 1980. Whenever these people decided to bring crack into the community, whenever they decided to bring these drugs, these herons, these white powders into our community, this is when we started digressing, right? That this is when we started making digress. We wasn't making any more progress. We was not making no progress. Okay? So for us, we gotta understand, like, even that. I just gave you guys a little pointer. Even that in itself, right? Knowing what these drugs did to our community, knowing what it was going to do, and the fact that we didn't even push back from it. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that I'm talking about. I just came from a rehab. I don't know how you say the word, rehabilitation. You know, when these people get treated, rehabilitation, however you say it, but you know. So I just came from one of those places, man. And you should see how our people look. You should see how our people is all zooted and booted. You should see how our people is literally, you know, you should see how our people is literally completely out of this world. Like, mind gone. And all I could think about is all the kingpins that we glorify, all these gangsters that we glorify. That's all I could think about every time I see my people in those conditions. That's really all I could think about. And I know, and you know, I know it is what it is. I'm not gonna act like I didn't play a part into the foolishness. I didn't play a big part. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm moving kilos and stuff like that, man. I was just hustling just to survive. Hustling to put food in my son's mouth, put Jordans on his feet, and keep my mama mouth shut. That's how we was hustling. You know what I'm saying? Was we invited to, you know, to the big boy tables? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? When you do what you do, eventually, you know what I'm saying, word gets back. And when it gets back, you know what I'm saying? But that just wasn't my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father. You feel me? So even that, every time I see that, all I think about is kingpins. Like the people that we glorify are the ones that literally made the hood the way that it is. Made the mothers lose their homes. Made the fathers lose their homes. Made the mothers lose their jobs. Made the fathers lose their jobs. Made the children lose their made the children lose their moms, or the moms losing their children. It's the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we glorify that. We stand on that. We thinking that that's man business. It's not man business, bro. It's weirdo activity, man. That's sucker activity. It's not real. That's not warrior-like. It's not gangster, bro. That's the issue with us, man. We glorify the things that don't need no glorification for. And then we do it to the point where we want the world to see it and also glorify it. Like when I see these old heads come on these platforms that had such a big following, these niggas come on, and you would think that they will come on and, you know, promote the progression of themselves within their lives. No. Niggas want to come on, talk about the gangster stuff they did, how they was robbing people, how they was shooting people, how they was doing this. Yeah, man, I was a big gangster. You know what I'm saying? I really got down like that. And it's like, bro, if you really got down like that, you don't really got to always keep telling people you got down like that, bro. Okay, yes, we got it the first time. But the fact that this is what every old head, every once upon a time gangster, every time they come on, this is exactly what they do. You know what I'm saying? And even for myself, I had to catch myself. It's like, yo, why am I showing glory into the genocide I've done, to myself, to my community? Like, why am I glorifying that? Why am I seeking validation from that? Anybody that seeks validation from that, you's a weirdo, bro. And these dudes be grown men, complete weirdos. And you know the problem is that when you confront them about such weirdo activity, you know, they call you hater, or they get emotional. And that's another thing too, man. We over here glorifying broken men, broken women. Like these people, we're glorifying the people that has not beaten the blueprint, or at least put themselves in position to be in front of the blueprint, so they won't receive the backlash. Nah, we over here glorifying niggas. Yo, I never knew my dad, bro. I never knew my mom. Oh, my mom was a crackhead, or my pops was this, and my pops was that. These are the people that we glorifying, bro. We don't glorify, nobody don't glorify the Huxtables and the Cosbys, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything that shows That shows family, unity, community. You don't glorify that, bro. And you wondering why we are in these circumstances. These circumstances at the end of the day, man, these joints fall back on us, bro. Okay? They make the product. That's all they can do. They don't make you buy it. Yes, they hit you with their hypnosis to tell you over and over and over and over and over again to make you want it. But at the end of the day, man, you all got the choices, man. You all got the you got every option to press play, stop, reject, want more, want less. You got all that option. And we're not taking full advantage of it. We still blaming the white man. We still putting our fingers out, waiting for the white man to give us a trophy. It's like we want a badge of honor. We want a badge for all the wickedness that they did. My nigga, them niggas will never acknowledge that, bro. You just gotta get over that. Black people just gotta get over that. You gotta get over that. Reparations is not coming. Get over it. Acknowledgement of what they done wrong, they can't get over it because society, America, especially, today's America is based on blood, bro. America was founded off bloodshed, bro. It wasn't founded off love and peace and unity, kumbaya, my lord. If it wasn't off that, then how the heck do you expect all of a sudden things to be cool, calm, and collective, and everybody's lovey-dovey and loving each other? How you expect that to literally be accurate when the entire existence of this place is the total opposite? You gotta make that make sense, man. You guys gotta make that make sense. Black people just gotta come into the realization. You gotta stop getting mad for certain words. You gotta stop being emotional out here, bro. Remember, you are in their backyard. They stole your crib, redecorated, put security fences all around. Now you are in their backyard. Now that you are in their backyard, guess what? You gotta follow by their rules. Okay, and guess what? And I'm not saying follow by their rules and be a complete and be a complete sucker. Don't be in a complete sandbone. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to understand where you at, because the sooner we realize where we at, the sooner we realize that they're not gonna make no change. That the laws are put in place deliberately to oppress the oppressed ones. Okay. That's what laws is put in place. The minute that we realize that and we see that, bro, the minute we're going to start having a different perspective and a different way of functioning. A lot of us is still under this delusion. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I got to write this book. How to deconstruct from the matrix, bro, because a lot of us don't see ourselves in the matrix. We still thinking that we are in the greatest country in the world and we are the greatest people in the world, and these people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying the people, the average Joe Smo. We talking about those that's capitalizing off our demise. We talking about those that steal every income tax, every slave that is owned by him. Every time you file your taxes, PC goes to him. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about them. Not over here talking about the average European who's just trying to figure out who just came out of the caves yesterday. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the other ones. Okay? Come on, man. We gotta see things for what it is. We too emotional. You can't have emotions in the battlefield. Think about that. You was in jail right now. And you was known for crying, right? Like niggas knowing you for crying. Yo, bro, this dude Joe's always crying, right? And they knew you for crying, and you was in jail. What do you think is gonna happen to you? They're gonna continue violating you, right? Guess what, black people? You are in jail, and the fact that you keep crying is the reason why they keep violating you. The fact that you keep crying is the reason why they keep violating you, because you forgot that you're still in jail. For some apparent reason, you made jail your home. For some apparent reason. If I had $1 million today, the first thing I would have did is buy a big old house out in Africa. I'm talking about big old house. Or I would have bought a big old land and rebuilt my entire community, bro. Rebuild the entire community from top to bottom. That's what I would have did. Because I know that this is not my home. And 500,000 in Africa is like being a billionaire. Like literally, it's like being a billionaire. Now just imagine you have 1 million, or just imagine you have 5 million, or 10 million, or 12 million, or $20 million. If these black people that's here in America only knew what they can do with that money over there, they would not be here anymore. They wouldn't. I wouldn't want them to be here. Facts. Facts. I wouldn't want them to be here anymore. But we don't understand where we at. And that's the biggest problem. And this is why I feel like I need to put this book together, because I need to give you guys, or at least let you guys see what's being used to keep you tied into the matrix. It's deeper than music. It's deeper than movies. It's deeper, like root of the issue. One of the main roots of the issues into why we can't get out of the matrix is because of the religious portion of it. Religion play a major role into why we can't deconstruct from such ideology. This is facts. Play a major role, serious role into why we can't deconstruct. The school system, major role into why we can't deconstruct. The lack of identity is another reason why we can't deconstruct. It's the lack of identity. We don't know what can we fall back to. We don't know what can we fall back on. It's another reason into why. It's so much into why we can't break out of this matrix. But I'm going to show you when we had the perfect opportunity as one, whether you're black, white, Chinese, Xing Xing, whatever, the one time we had the opportunity to flex and bust our guns and show that we stand this as civilians, the people, the one time was in 2019. And when he said the M word, our nation folded. The people folded. That was confirmation to them, and that was also confirmation to me. It was confirmation to me that we are weak. It was confirmation to me that we are not strong the way that we say that we are. Confirmation for me is we put material objects, paper, notes, people, notes. Notes. That's what cash is. Notes. We put notes over ourselves. That's when I realized we was weak. And from that moment on, I knew it's only gonna be a handful of us that's really gonna stand 10 toes down until it's over. It's really everybody, like I said, everybody talks tough when nothing is going on. And when a little glimpse of chaos occurred, the same people that was talking tough, talking gangster, talking anti this, anti that, was the first ones running to the nearest pole. This is facts. Was running to the nearest pole. So yeah, that was the confirmation for me. There's only going to be a handful of us. It's only going to be a handful of us. And when the Bible said 2/3 shall be destroyed, it wasn't talking about those as, that's against or doesn't stand with Jesus. The ones that's going to be remain are the ones that's going to be completely separated. And I repeat, completely separated from all of this ideology. The ones that's going to survive what's coming onto this earth are going to be the ones that is completely removed from the ideology. I'm talking about they don't even know what processed food is. There's a tribe out in Africa, in the Congo, and I'm going to go get more information about it so I can put a rest to all of this Bantu keeping the commandments nonsense. There's a tribe out there. They live in the Amazon forest. Never been colonized. Never been nothing. You know that these individuals don't know nothing about Jesus? Or whatever name you guys want to proclaim it, they know nothing about it. They know nothing about commandments. And this is in the Congo. This is in the Congo. The area where God proclaimed that this is the land of Jerusalem. They have no recollection of none of this. You said, are they small in stature? No, nah. I didn't get a image of them. I was just listening to a brother that's from alkebulan, and he said, "Did you know about these people that's from the Congo?" And the brother was like, "Nah, who are these people?" And he was like, "Such and such." So like I said, when I go home, because I heard it today, which is crazy. When I go home, I really want to sit down and I want to go look and see who these people are. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But these people never knew nothing about Jesus, never knew nothing about Christianity, don't know nothing about Islam, don't know nothing about these religions. But here they are, not suffering from no curses, not doing this, not doing that. Like I said, one of the major things that we need to do to deconstruct from this matrix, you gotta confront your religion. You gotta confront your belief. You gotta convert your beliefs into facts. You gotta say, I no longer want to believe. I now desire the facts. As an alkebulan kidnapped, as a man that was stripped from his everything, you was stripped from everything. The only thing that you should demand and would die for is the facts. When I watch movies like Colombiana, and she wasn't trying to hear none of that. She didn't want to hear the reason, that. She just stood on the facts. The fact of the matter is, you guys violated. You killed my moms, you killed my uncle, you killed my dad, you did this, you did that, now I gotta come see you. That's the facts. I don't think they're picking these. Like I said, I'm gonna gather all this information. I'm gonna gather all this information when I go home, when I settle down. I'm gonna put all these things and I'm gonna put all these things together, because there's a lot of things that I feel like we need to just talk about. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be strong enough, man enough to want to deconstruct from these ideologies. And as a man, as a student, as a scholar, as a teacher, yeah, definitely got to do that. Definitely got to deconstruct myself from such ideologies because it's destroying us. Look at our people. Look how since 1960, remember when I told you we made a major progression from the 19 from 19 from slavery, from being released from slavery to now. We made a massive improvement. I mean, excuse me, from slavery till 19, let's just say 1962. Let's say prior to the assassination of Malcolm and Martin and Robert and John F. We was, you know what I'm saying? We was making progress as people. We was striving in our communities. We was not eating none of this. We was eating processed, clean food. I tell you guys this all the time. You want to know why today's basketball players and today's football players and all these players are just so fragile, even though we got thousands of dollars of medical equipment. We talking billions of dollars of medical equipment, excuse me. You get all of these things in your disposal, but yet you see athletes breaking down, Achilles, these things, all of these bad things happening, colon cancer. A lot of these basketball players is dying from liver disease, need a kidney transplant. Where does these kidney issues arrive from? They arrive from drinking all that Gatorade. Gatorade is the most poisonous drink anybody can ever drink, ever in life. You can look these things up. Gatorade is part of a lawsuit too. Facts in life. Gatorade is a part of that. You can go look it up. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of that. Come on, man. I really gotta put these things together for us because we slipping. We forgetting where we at, bro. That's why when I get up and I know I gotta go grind, I can't get mad because I know I'm in jail. Because I know if I'm in jail, I know if you don't clean, you don't get no money, you don't get no commissary, you get no food, you get no eat, you get no shelter, you get no shower. That goes on in jail right now. I know that. I know that. I know that. But when I see people get upset, like, oh my God, I gotta do this, it's like, yo, bro, you can't complain. Can't complain. You really gotta take it for what it is. And you gotta accept it for what it is. And remember that you was nothing but a slave, bro. When black people realize that, that's when the change is gonna come. But like I was saying, this is how I got distracted. Like I was saying, we made a massive progression from slavery to up until the 60s. Massive progression. We talking as collectively, even though we was the lowest in terms of the majority of people, we was banking in millions of dollars annually. We talking about all across the United States, especially in the South. We was very, very, very profitable in those times, man. You understand? But these people said nah. Because they try to figure out how the heck did Martin Luther King get to our front desk without our approval nor support. And you guys probably heard Dr. Umar talk about this, but this is the truth. If you was to go look it up and you was to go check it out, you would see that the objective ever since, like I said, after the assassination of these political figures, the FBI was on a mission, CIA, criminals. The CIA literally stands for criminals in action. That's what CIA is. Criminals in action. That's what it is. Then CIA come about, FBI come about, and then this is when all of these fundings started coming about, because now they use the assassination of Martin Luther King. They used it for their benefit. They used it for their benefits. These people are emotional. Let's show them how we care. We're gonna do this. We're gonna offer this, we're gonna offer that, we're gonna offer support for the single mother because at first, so let's talk about it. At first, welfare and all of that was support given unto those. First, it was supposed to be for those that were suffering from the Great Depression, and also for those whose husbands was off at war. That's what the support was for. They said, nah, let's put it on the black woman. Because if the black woman gets this, and we tell her, and we put new obligations behind it. One of the obligations behind it, we're going to tell them that in order for you to receive this, because they wasn't telling the southern woman down south, the European who husband who just went off to go fight World War I. They wasn't telling them that. No. They was telling the black woman that. They said, listen, we'll give you this, but there can't be no man in the house. Why did this ideology come about? You know why? Because they realized that we had too much power together. You got to divide them. And then you had to divide the man and the woman. And then they offered that. Then they started putting movies out. Then they started putting these little sitcoms out. And when you watch the little sitcoms, what do you see going on in the sitcoms? You always seeing is always a bickering, always a fighting between the husband and the woman. And in every episode, and there's going to be 1 or 2 episodes where the woman is going to tell the man to get out. And he gets out. He packs his bags. He leaves. Every episode. 702, 227, all of them. There's not an episode, there's not a black show that has come out after the 1960s that has not had a scene where the man had to go. That was the beginning of the separation between. I chronologically broke everything down. I got all of this, like literally on my computer. From slavery to now, how we make progression and how we digress. You see how I'm explaining it to you guys, and you like, wait, hold on. That joint do sound crazy. I know. These things is right here in front of you guys. You know what I'm saying? These things is right here in front of you. We're just, like I said, we're just so distracted and so caught up into just life. You know what I'm saying? Work, having to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Having to take care of children. Sometimes it's hard to look outside of yourself and look at the world in its full totality. I get it. It's gonna be hard. But this is why the ancestors always choose a particular group of individuals to bring this for you, to bring this to you, so you won't end up being slipped, right? So you won't get caught slipping, so you can stand on business, so you can, you know what I'm saying, let these people know what time it is. You understand? You understand? I'm just saying. This is our job. You got to see it for what it is. You got to see it for what it is. You got to see and realize and come into the understanding like, nah, hold on. Damn. Really, this really a matrix that I'm really under. You got to realize you under control. You under hypnosis. The hypnosis started from the minute you was born. The minute you came out the womb and you opened your eyes, you was your mother when she was in the womb, when you was in her womb, and she was an alkebulan kidnapped, and she was here in America. You was already being groomed for the hypnosis. Now you guys are gonna say, what you mean by being groomed for the hypnosis? Let me show you how you being groomed for the hypnosis. We black people naming our children Matthews, John, Luke, Peter, Paul. This is where the hypnosis started. I'm telling you, it's been going on for such a long time. Paul, Luke. We naming our children David. Now with this uprise of this Hebrew nonsense, we got black people naming their children Hebrew names. We got Zechariah now. We got Elijah now. We got Isaiah now. Right? I even heard somebody name their son Simgaza. You know what I'm saying? We're doing these things now. We're doing these things now. Part of the hypnosis. Off the gate. Hypnosis, hypnotized. And as soon as the baby is born, let me tell you what's more worse than the foo-foo. Let me tell you what's more worse than putting the foo-foo in your child. Let me tell you what's more worse. You want to know what's more worse than putting the foo-foo in your child? What's more worse is when you dip your child, into dirty holy water. And if you thinking what I'm saying is righteous and it's holy and it's godly, now ask yourself, why does the child always cries every time? It's from God. Then why is the children crying? Think about that. Why are children so afraid when it comes to baptism? They in the house of the Lord. They with the messenger of the Lord. They're doing the rituals of the Lord. And yet the children of the Lord is yet crying in denial and rejection, saying, I don't want this. Talk to me. Why is that? Why is that? Because a child knows, the universe knows, the ancestors know that the minute you do that, you lose your child forever. The minute you do that, you lose your child forever. Why you think it's so hard for black people to deconstruct from religion? Why you think it's so hard for black people to say, nah, I'm good with this? Why you think black people will get mad at you even though you never disrespected them, their family, their loved ones, never did nothing, but get mad at you and would disassociate with you because you went against their religion? Because you can't do that. Can't go against their hypnosis. Can't go against their predestined doctrine, bro. This is why brothers and sisters are so invested. Even if I tell you this is a lie, show you that this is a lie, show you this, etc., you still will say, nah, this book is the book of the Lord, and this is the only thing that's gonna connect me to my God. Even if I show you over and over and over and over and over again, show you countless times, show you how the creators of this universe had absolutely nothing to do with it. I could show you numerous of times. Brothers and sisters will still say no. Just like brothers and sisters will say no. Even if you prove to them and say Jesus is black, they're gonna say no. Even if you prove to them, you say Jesus is white, they're gonna say no. Because at the end of the day, these people are indoctrinated. And that's what the system wants. They don't give a fuck who you worship. They don't give a fuck who you love, who you like, what color, what precept you prefer. They don't give a damn about none of that. The only thing that these niggas give a shit about is to make sure that you fall in line with the Matrix. Falling in line with the Matrix is being a submissive, servient person in servitude, shutting up, being happy that he's making $500, $600, $700, $800 a week, $300 a week. Just be happy you're doing that and not being lynched or put in the cage or put in the box. Put in the box, and our prison in real life is going to jail. because that's just what you are. You are in a jail inside of a jail. It doesn't get any worse than that. That's why I'm disappointed in us. Disappointed in our black men, disappointed in our black women, disappointed in our black children, disappointed in black in general, bro. I am pissed off, very disappointed. Very disappointed. There's days I drive and I say things like this. Look, let me make sure I get my voice right. Look at these fucking niggers. Yes, there's days I do that. There's days. I love my people. Let's not get it twisted. But there are the days where I see why Bill Gates is the way that he is. There are days when I see why Bill Gates is the way that he is. It makes complete sense. I understand it. There are days I see. It's like, yo, son, like, yo, bro. When I see black people can't hold a conversation without using profanity, like not even like if you by yourself and you in your home, you know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I mean? You by yourself, you with your loved ones, you're gonna talk how you feel. But when you're around the elders, like if I'm around an elderly woman, I'm not gonna curse, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, I'm not gonna do none of that. You know why? Because that's my elder. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember growing up, my mother would slap the fire out of me if I even cursed around. I don't even curse around my moms now. I'm 40 years old, bro. I don't curse around my moms now. It's just certain things you just not allowed to do. And I don't do it. But anyway, I'm at the spot. I want to run inside, get this over with, because I got to go meet my supervisor. I got to pick something up from him. I got a big job Monday, well, supposedly. But yeah, I'm going to go run inside. I might come back. I'm thinking about it. Might come back. If I don't come back on today, just know I will be on tomorrow. What I'm going to talk about, because we are concluding Black History Month, I want to, and I'm thinking about it, should I bring forth somebody that was very monumental in our uprise as alkebulans, and not just here in America, but I want it to be somebody out in alkebulan. So, peace, bro. So I'm definitely gonna do that later on. So tomorrow I will, if I don't come back on tonight. All right, continue supporting. I love you guys. You know we outside. You know I miss to keep my foot on heathens, he grows heathen nice snakes. All right, and I'ma holler at y'all.